Hi all my beautiful ladies out there and welcome back to Jalisa's Fashion Files. This video will be catering to all my beautiful petite ladies out there. I wanted to do a video that will be providing you guys with some simple styling suggestions that will help elongate your body and give you the appearance of a much more taller frame. I know it can be a bit challenging in styling a petite body, especially since there isn't that many designers that are catering specifically to petites. But before I get into that, I just wanted to mention if you're a little bit uncertain as to whether you fall into the petite category, if you're 5'3" or shorter then you're considered petite. If you're 5'4", you're actually considered what is the national average for women in the States. So if you're 5'4", even though you may feel a bit on the petite side, you're actually considered average. So the first thing I want to mention is the importance of finding a really good tailor that is good at what he or she does and is a very good listener. Because if you're not able to, or you just don't know how to hem or to alter clothing, which you know as a petite you most likely have had to have done, it's very important to know someone or have someone that's working with you that knows what they're doing and is really inclined to listening to what you're saying and is going to do what it is that you're asking them to do and helping you obtain the look that you want with whatever pieces that you're bringing into them. So definitely consider looking for a really good tailor and maintain a really good relationship with them because you will be working with them for years to come. So let's discuss blouses and tops first. The first thing I want to mention when it comes to blouses is you want to go for tops that have a V-neck or a plunge neckline, because what this is going to do, it's going to help elongate your neck and it's going to instantly give you the appearance of a taller, leaner torso, upper body, and that in itself visually is going to elongate you. So definitely go for something that's a little bit on the V-neck or a plunge line for your blouses and your tops. Now for blouses that are a little bit more flowy, buttoned up blouses, you can just don't button them up all the way up high, unbutton them a little bit so it creates that plunge or that V-neck and then tuck it in, because blouses can actually shorten you if they're a little bit long. They can cut off some inches from your hips or from your legs, so you definitely want to tuck them in, and it actually creates a nice chic polished look. When it comes to peplum is a huge trend, as we all know. It comes in many forms now, but in the tops you definitely want to consider something that is a little bit more flared out towards the hip area or the lower part of your body, as opposed to something that's a little bit more higher if you want to create an elongated torso, because if it's a little bit more higher or flared out a little bit more higher on the top, it's actually shortening your torso. So you want to go with something that's a little bit more towards your hip area or your hip bone area to create that nice longer torso or that upper body. When it comes to waist belts, you definitely want to place them a little bit more higher than your actual waistline, because that's going to also lengthen you from the bottom. So we were just discussing about lengthening you from the top if you wanted to have a longer torso, but if you want to give the appearance of longer legs, then you definitely want to cut off the torso a little bit so that it can actually make your legs look longer. So when it comes to tops or blouses and you want to just add, or even a dress, add a waist belt, put it up a little bit higher so it can create more of that empire waist look or vibe to your outfit and create longer, leaner legs. Now, speaking of empire, when it comes to dresses, I know now it's wedding season and prom season. You're going to be going out shopping for dresses more this time than you would any other time of year. You definitely want to go with something that's a little bit more on the empire waist side. So with empire waist, they typically have right underneath the bust line is where like I'll have detailing or some embellishment where it would be classified or defined as the waistline. So again, that will be elongating your bottom half, and it's going to be shortening your top half, but it's going to be elongating you from the bottom, making you appear that much more taller. When it comes to jeans or pants, I definitely want to suggest going with something that's a little bit more on the skinnier side as opposed to the wider length pants, because they just have a natural inclination to give off a vibe of a more leaner look as opposed to something that's a little bit more on the wider pant leg. So the next time you're shopping and you just happen to come across some pants, hold up a pair of wide length or boot cut next to a pair of skinny, and you're going to see that the skinny just looks a little bit more leaner and longer. So if it looks that way on the hanger, it's going to also look that way on you. It's going to elongate your natural frame, and it's going to give you the appearance of a taller body, as opposed to something that is going to be a little bit more flared out or wider. It's actually going to probably shorten you and widen you out a little bit more. So you want to be taller and leaner, and that's what you can achieve through the skinny pant. Now when it comes to the waistlines of these pants, I would definitely suggest going with something that's a little bit more on the high-waisted side, side, because that's going to again shorten the torso but elongate your legs. So definitely consider doing that and tucking in a top or a blouse and just creating some interest in defining your waistline, because you don't want to lose that either, but you're going to have that longer, leaner leg, of course, which is something that you definitely want to achieve. Now when it comes to shoes, you definitely want to have a pair of nude pumps or shoes in your closet, or even a pair of nude flats. You definitely need to have nude. That's a staple for any woman, but especially for you as a petite, because they just have a natural inclination for the eye to give the illusion of a longer frame. So you definitely want to have a pair of nude shoes on hand. Then when it comes to colored shoes, and when you're creating an outfit, say for instance you want to wear a pair of purple pants and you have a pair of purple shoes. They might not be exactly the same shade of purple, but if they're within the same color palette and not too far off, definitely consider pairing them together, because pair a pair of shoes or a bottom that's within the same color scheme, it's just going to give the eye the ability to just create this elongated body frame. So it's going to make you look taller. When it comes to boots, I would say stay away from over the knee boots, because those are just going to chop you off right at the bottom. But if you really need to have it, or you really like the trend and you want to wear it, then definitely do what I said. If you're going to pair that with the top, go for something that's a little bit more plunge, because if you're going to cut off inches for the legs, you need to work with the top and elongate your torso. So that's something that I want to mention the importance of. So if you're one of those people that really like certain trends, but those trends don't really do much for a petite, then you want to counteract that other part of your body. So if you're going to do boots that are high, like I said, go for that plunge neckline. If you're going to do something that, you know, on the top that you just want to concentrate on with the V-neck or whatever, then you don't have to worry that much with the legs. But you just need to concentrate on where it is that you want to elongate, but either part of your body is just going to give the appearance of a longer body than what you actually have. Now for the ideal outfit, I would say would be a plunge neckline, a high-waisted top, and a pair of shoes, high heel shoes, because you're going to obtain a longer torso with that plunge and that V-neck line, and you're going to achieve longer legs with that high-waisted pant or skirt, and then of course the shoes are going to help heighten you and lift everything up. I would say celebrities like Kourtney Kardashian is really good at styling her body, or her stylist is really good at putting looks and pieces together for her body to help her look a little bit more taller, because if you look at some of her outfits, you will see, or some of the clothing that she wears to events, it actually creates an elongated body frame because she's so petite, and it makes her look a little bit more taller. So definitely look at some people that are petite and that are famous or celebrities, only because they have professional stylists that are styling them, to get some ideas on what you can work with. But I hope this video provided you guys with some simple ideas and strategies the next time that you are putting a look together, or the next time you're shopping. As always, I hope that you liked the video, found it helpful. Subscribe, like, and comment, and don't forget to check out my fashion blog if you're into more fashion fun, outfit of the days, outfit inspiration, at jalisasfashionfiles.com. I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.